Hi everyone, it's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to card number 3 in my one stamp 3 ways using the Gerda Steiner design Snow Angel stamp set. So this is my third project using this stamp set, and if you haven't watched the other two, I will try to remember to have them linked down below. I'm currently guest designing for Gerda Steiner. I have one more project to share with you from them, and then we'll have a bonus on the first day of my holiday card series. So all of their information is linked down below, and just send them a huge thank you for supporting me and supporting my channel and supporting your viewership, and those of you who've been with me from the very beginning of everything. Thank you so much for just always being here and reaching out, etc. So I colored all of the other characters in the last video, so I will for sure have that one linked down below. But in the other video, I had a bluebird, and in this one, I wanted to have a cardinal. So I am using my favorite reds, R59, 46, 35, to color this cute little bird, cute little cardinal. All of this stamp set has been so much fun, and as I shown in the very first video, it doesn't have to be just a winter Christmas themed. They look like they were in a swimming pool, and I had so much fun with that card. And these other two as well. So the project next week is going to be just as fun. I've already done those cards. I just don't have time to get the pictures done. As you guys know, it's hot here in Texas. Like, we are on day like 978 of being over 100 degrees. And so it's like, the best light for pictures is either outside or by my back windows, and it's just been way too hot. So, and I have my little photo area set up for Christmas cards. So I thought I already had this one done, ready to go, and it was that way I wouldn't have to make you wait, a couple more weeks to get the third card for this stamp set. So I have already pre-cut out little Polaroids. I used a die from Hello Bluebird, and I backed it with just a kind of plain piece of kind of aqua blue cardstock. And I have this leftover red piece from the pool card. If you guys remember, I cut out and made a shaker card, and this was the center of that. And then this plaid is actually from MFT. I believe this is actually a Christmas plaid, and I am using it as a Christmas plaid. And then I had this leftover frame, and I thought, am I going to make another frame video? And I was like, no, I don't. I've already done that. I want to do something a little different. I've always mentioned, and if you're new to me, hi, hello, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. I've always mentioned that I never sit down I never do a sample before I start filming. I literally put in a card that has about 5.5, 6 hours worth of footage that it can record. I hit the record button and I just go. So I actually made the first 3 cards all in the same sitting, and I just edited it down into a video. So I never know what paper I want to use, like none of it. None of it I know ahead of time. I just kind of have a general idea in my head, and then I go forward with it. And that was the bag of diamonds that I used in the very first video to make the shaker card. So this is a piece of gingham fabric that I'm going to go ahead and cut using a die from Pink and Maine. And then this is a die from Stamp Anything. And so I'm going to cut those out. And we're going to get ready to work on assembly. I always have a YouTube video on in the background. Normally it's Emily D. Baker. This was someone talking about the thing with Colleen Ballinger. I just listen to whatever makeup videos, whatever just I can turn on and just listen to in the background. And like I said, just create. So this is the paper that I've actually used for the background. And again, this is a very faint kind of polka dot. I believe this paper is from Photoplay. And I'm using these letter dies from MFT to cut out the word Mary. And you guys know I love red and aqua together for Christmas. And I think, I just love this card so much. So all of my holiday cards will be available in my Etsy shop soon. I think what I've decided to do is update like every other week. You guys will have to let me know if you want it a bit more often. I'm currently in the process of designing the last 2 cards for the Assemble Me Christmas kits. That one is going to release before the Color Me kits. And I'm going to be doing it a little bit different. I think I mentioned this in another video. It's going to be a la carte. I got to figure out how to make that work in my Etsy shop because so that'll be coming soon. I would say in at least the next week, maybe around the first day of the holiday card series, I will be ready to announce it. I am very excited about what I've created. They are way more involved than the ones that we did before. I took all of your feedback and kind of ran with it. So I appreciate you. So the die from Stamp Anything is actually called the A2 cover dies. Maybe incorrect. But the biggest die is the size, it's 5.5 by 4.25. So it covers the entirety of the card. And this die, I wanted to make sure that one thing you have to be careful of with this Scotch mounting foam is that you don't buckle your paper. It's easy to do. So you saw me, and you can see here it's a little buckled, but I'm able to straighten it out and get it down flat. For our little Polaroids, I wanted to put the little snow guy in the center, and then I brought in the red bird, and then I'm going to go ahead and get them adhered. And I'm just using tape for that. I got our snowman down flat, and then I am going to pop up the birds. So they're a little bit higher than the snowman, and they can just kind of sit on top. This card, I kind of took inspiration from a card I did eons and eons ago for a holiday card series. I don't know if you guys remember the North Pole photo shoot where I made it look like Polaroids, but all of the photos were cut off. Like there was an elf and I only, stamped his hat. There was a reindeer, but I only got his booty. There was a Santa stamp at the time that was from the back. Like I had a dog stamp where I cut off half his head, and it was like North Pole photo shoot, and then on the inside it said nailed it. And I had so much fun with that card. And clearly it's one that I remember making all of these years later. So I kind of took inspiration from that, but they actually look like they are it's their full selves. And I went ahead and backed them on colored cardstock because I didn't want the ink blending to kind of get in the way. And again, I like to work with 3 different patterns for the most part. So we have our main pattern, which is the plaid. So you want to do a large pattern. Our medium pattern is that gingham. That could also work as a small pattern because it is almost tone on tone. It is really tiny. But then there's a tone on tone polka dot that I'm using for the background and for the letters. So we've talked before. I think I even have a video on the channel where I mentioned how I choose paper, etc. So if you guys want a refresher on that, let me know. We can absolutely totally do it. So I'm just using these mini foam strips that I picked up off Amazon to put the letters down. And I am going to end up starting with Y. I wanted to start at the end and then work our way to the left. So moving right to left instead of left to right as we read in English. Just because I wanted to make sure there was enough room. And since the Y is going to be at the end, it's just easier to work our way backwards. Now, I will say the one thing that I hate about these foam strips is it's really kind of hard to get the adhesive off the backer paper off the adhesive, especially with my nails. So these are my real nails, but I get the dip powder, so they're kind of like acrylic, and it can be very difficult for me to get the backer sheet off. So I'm using tweezers, and I'm still kind of struggling. So if you haven't already, be sure to check out Gerda Steiner. I have all of their information linked down below, along with a link to this cute little card, the stamp for the card. And yeah, their designs are so cute. So if you're someone who loves whimsical and cute as much as I do, be sure to check out their shop. The penguins and their kitties and their mice are probably some of my favorites. She has a mouse with a strawberry that I really wish I could find. I don't know if it's still available as a stamp, if it's a digital image, but I want it because it's so stinking cute. You guys know I have a thing for strawberries. I literally bought a strawberry shortcake licensed coloring book off of Amazon, and I have scanned it, and I have the goal of printing it out on Copic paper and coloring them and making dividers for a planner. If that's a video, if that's a video you guys want to see, be sure to let me know. So after I get the M adhered, I'm going to bring in a pen from Spectrum Noir. This is one of their glimmer pens. I had recently just finished one from Nuvo, and this is in real time, so you guys can kind of see how I go about it. So Nuvo is probably my favorite, but this pen is also fun. Now, you don't really see me use Wink of Stella anymore, and that's because the clear Wink of Stella is not clear. It's not clear. The glitter is like silver or something, and it just makes me irrationally angry. So I prefer either the Nuvo Aqua shimmer pens or like this one from Spectrum Noir. And I honestly don't even know if Spectrum Noir has this one anymore. But once that's done, this is it. That's the end of this card. And that is the last stamp the last card using the Snow Angel stamp set. I'm going to use just a little bit of white gel pen to add a dot to each of the little black pupils. And that's it. So look for these cards probably the beginning of September. I will keep you posted. I do have plenty of cards available now if you're not quite ready for Christmas. But anyway, that's it. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to me. Be sure to check out all of the information linked in the description box down below. I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I love your faces. I'll see you Friday for another video. Bye for now.